Hello and welcome to this edition, this round of Contest of Speed, EU3. It's a bit of a change. Hopefully you're seeing the stream and you can hear the sound of my voice. And then I'll be chuffed to bits. Then the rest of the race is a bonus. Only because normally it's Thomas that sets this up, or Matt. So I think hopefully we'll be all good to go. Welcome, and I'm, as always, here, Lewis, aka Racer, and today we've got Blades in the commentary box. Hi Blades, how's things going?
Yeah, very good to be back, very good to be back. Sadly missed my race last night, so making up for it by being on commentary. And if I was smart, I'd be able to tell you the first man out, which I believe to be Tasmania.
Or Rackfan. No, it's Rackfan.
Or it's Rackfan. Okay.
Yeah, right off the tower. Yeah, no, it's just going to be Hungary's a race for me. Driving in this race, it's pretty full on because it's a track that is probably the closest resemblance to a street layout in terms of how the corners are. That's still a racetrack. It's like the first sector is like a racetrack, but that second sector is so fast, right, left, very easy to lose it. Not much runoff. Particularly at, what's the corner, after that famous corner, is it Blank, is it, no, Blank,
Roland Curve.
Roland Curve,
I believe.
Yeah, it's Roland, so Roland Curve you've got, that takes people out, particularly when it's wet, but obviously today we're not going to be having a wet session in quali or race, but it's a tough track, and safety cars, it's quite high up in the safety car list, I think.
Absolutely, but that's just because it's so... it's so tight and it's easy to lose it on the curbs. So specifically that turn 4 into turn 5 down that rolling curve. So
yeah, that rear end, especially in a race when the tyres get tyres overheat a little bit, it really makes it much trickier in those, particularly those fast corners and running curve. Rackfan sets the first time, 1:15.812. And waiting for the next guy, which is Ferrari.
And I have no idea how good that is.
Oh, Dan did a 1:17.7, but it was invalidated, so it's quite far off.
The Aston starting a lap.
And Healy's in a very slow lap as well. As the Whist goes in, 1:16.1, followed by Camping Ducks, provisional pole. Very early, at 1:15.7. A few of the big hitters are only just coming out now for their out lap, getting ready for their first time lap.
A few guys coming across the line now. I think we're going to start to see some representative lap times. Spud there with a 1:16.2. Jay Prentice an 1:18.8. This Mercedes is not setting a lap.
Yeah, I'm just trying to have a look through here. Dan is invalidated again, so he is pitting. Who else? There's Aston Martin. Is that Austin about to do a hot lap? No, Austin's still on his out lap at the moment. I want to be on board for Austin because I think for this lap, because I think he's been really dominant, not dominant, but really impressive. It's really, last weekend in Belgium was such a clever strategy, and also racecraft, getting past people at the perfect time before his rivals behind caught up with him, caught up with that battle that he was in. And he's just started his hot lap now, so I'm going to go into turn 1. He's on the soft tyres. Had a bit of understeer going in towards the apex, but maybe that's because tyres aren't quite up to temperature. The car looks a little bit more planted into turn 2. A bit wide on exit, which means it compromised him a little bit on the fast right-hander, but you can get away with it because it's flat out. And then it's really committed, and he runs wide, but doesn't get invalidated, so he must have backed out enough. Careful on rolling curve not to go on that curve. It's very persuading, but this lap looks a little bit untidy whether or not he's still carrying the speed through the corners, which means he's doing hot laps, or time's good enough for a front row, remains to be seen. But through this tricky sector 2, left, right, and the mini straight, it finally feels like you have a little break before the right-hander. Oh, and he loses the back end, almost crashes into the wall. That car is not perfect, and he's lost it again. And he's going to have to abort the time, so those rears simply just overheated, and or just pure greed of trying to get a bit more power out of those corners. That is, well, it's a lap time, it's a tyres wasted, and you've got that pressure as a driver. When you miss your first run, you kind of want to still get that banker in before you go. Ideally, you want to have at least 2 runs. He has got the time to do 2 runs still, but it's going to force him into, obviously, if he was planning only to do 2 runs, he's now going to have to do 3 overall. So, yeah, that was a very interesting lap.
Yeah, and you never know, maybe it could be a setup issue for Austin, could be just getting a bit greedy on the exit of those corners, spinning up the rears, and having the back end swing round on him.
Yeah, I agree. I think that he'll learn quite a bit. The track will be grippier because the game will allow for the track setting in or whatever. There's a few people. Danny Boy looks very unstable on the rears. A few guys being on board with. You get to notice a bit more with the way the car handles, and it's not just a couple of those guys. It's not ideal, I must admit.
Yeah, Hasmania as well. I flicked across to Hasmania, and he was sliding about through sector 2. So, gonna come to the line. It's gonna be for sliding about through sector 2. That's not too bad.
No, well, he obviously was controlled sliding because he certainly didn't lose any time. 1:15.191. That's an awesome lap already, so early in the session, and it puts the pressure on the regular front runners, the guys who are aiming for pole position. They've had a lot of time to make up. I think Austin yet to do a time lap, and Hilly as well hasn't done a serious lap. Those guys in recent races have traditionally been the strongest in qualifying, so we still haven't seen the big hitters yet, but that's a very impressive time by Hasmania.
And no, I've completely lost my train of thought, what I was going to say then. Anyway, Marina started a flying lap.
Right. Great segue.
I think I was going to say something about him being the front runner, but I don't actually know.
Well, no,
he is. He's leading the championship.
Yeah,
there you go.
Yeah.
So Marina leading the championship. He's got Blacks in his way. Black chooses not to get out of the way. I think that's questionable driving from the McLaren reserve.
Yeah.
As Marina comes up and through the chicane now. Certainly interesting to just stay on the racing line like that, but decisions will be made in the steward's room, of course.
Absolutely.
As he comes through the Stumpchy slide and round into sector 3. I missed the split, so it's going to be a bit of a surprise for me when he finishes this lap.
We love surprises here at Contest of Speed.
A 15-1's going to be the aim, and I don't think he's going to be close.
Oh, he is. He's very close.
He is. He's very close.
Everything's opposite, I think, for you today, mate. It's like
oh, mate, honestly,
mate,
I don't even want to know.
It's all good because it adds to the comedy value of this. Because to be fair, Marina has done. It looked solid to me. I didn't see the split either. I was busy looking at the driver. Spuds had a crash on the exit of sector 2.
Wow. A crash on an end lap, I believe.
How strange. That is strange, but yes, Spud currently P3. It must have been an outlap because he's moved up into that position, only 2 tenths shy of provisional pole at the moment. just going to see, is Austin already back out? He must be somewhere. Where are you, Austin? Oh, he has, yeah, and he's actually off the pace. Austin's 7/10, but it's his banker lap now. He knows he's got a lap on the board and he can attack his final run before the end.
So Spud said it wasn't an in-lap at first until the chicane, and then Neil started talking to him. So a late invalidation and then a crash on the in-lap.
We blame Neil. Neil. All in there.
Absolutely. Neil with the commentator's curse, or rather the race engineer's curse, for Spud there.
But he's got a second chance, thankfully it happened in quali and not the race.
The
And
back end of the Haas is bouncing around.
So which one is that?
That is not Pipe Tech. Yeah. I'm not trying to anger anyone today. So
I found
the other Haas, the number 25 car, or the maybe 29. The number 29 car, Raymond Scapper, is the back end is waving around.
Yeah, going around the final corner now. A little bit misses the apex. Is it going to be an improvement? No, it's not. Unfortunately for him.
Half a tenth down there.
Yeah.
As Rackvan and Not Rapid both go into the top 5 with their most recent times.
Yeah,
so it's looking like it's all to play for. Haz is on a lap, maybe.
Who's that?
Haz is possibly on a lap.
Okay.
He's coming to the line. Gonna be an improvement. It's a massive improvement.
Wow, he's just improved the gap for half a second again. The next nearest driver.
Yeah, beat that, Marina.
Yeah, that's a time and a half now. So I'm just gonna. Oh, Danny Boy has. I'm about to go back to him, and he's invalidated, unfortunately. Blacks, not bad by Blacks. He's up into P2 at one. It was only 2/10 off, so it's just a 1:15 dead.
1:15 dead for Blacks, and seems to have worked out for him in this qualifying session so far after impeding Marina Rat possibly earlier. Allegedly.
Yeah. Well, Wizard is coming to the final turn now. It's currently P13. He is up on his previous best. So we expect him to go up, and he does. He gets into the top 10. P8 for the Wizard. Right, there's an Aston, I believe, coming on.
Now, I'm not sure if Haz is going to have enough time to get in and out. There's 3 minutes left, but he might have another run in him. The Aston coming round is Austin.
The Alfa Romeo's right. Yeah, we've got yellow, slow drivers. How many minutes have we got left on the clock?
I believe it's something like 2.5 minutes.
Right.
It was 3 when House came into the pit lane.
Right.
So that would tell me that Blacks is done. There we go, the timer is back. So 2 minutes left. You would say Blacks is probably done.
Yeah, you would have thought so, wouldn't you? There's people coming out now. I've got 2:38 on my watch. So
Interesting.
Someone will be right.
Yeah, so I might possibly they will have enough time. I do love glitches.
Yeah, I know, glitches are fantastic. Interestingly, let's see where Austin Let's go. Because I think Austin is on a hot lap, and he is.
Yeah, he is on a hot lap, and he's up about 4/10 on his previous time.
Ooh, here
Through
we
the
go.
Sector 1 split.
Also have to pay attention to Hilly. I think Hilly's ahead. Hilly's about to go across the line. Only P7 for Hilly. So Hilly's not going to be in that front order. He was pole position last week. Not today. Can
And
last week's race winner though get it?
Austin lost 2/10 in the second sector. Comes around the final corner. It's not even good enough to. It's exactly the same time, in fact.
Oh, wow.
I believe.
So yeah, Austin really struggling today. A second off, you would have not put that down at all for him.
And it's exactly the same time as Pipe Tech in P12 as well. So, yeah, just a little improvement.
Right, there's going to be then
Would have gone a long way.
There's quite a few people. Hasmania's on an outlap.
So Has is going to be able to get round, yeah, so it's good timing on the part.
So Remen, is it Remen? No, it's going to be Pipe Tech. So Pipe Tech, 159. Yeah, so Pipe Tech I think is finished. Oh, we've lost. Oh, he's retired in the pits. So we got a Red Bull. Jay Prentice on mediums previously. Yeah, so we got a few guys now on final runs. We got both Williams drivers out. I think they're the first people on this final run. We've got about 20 seconds left on my clock.
I believe that is done for qualifying.
Oh, I see.
He just ran off the track at turn 1. He's off the track now, so that's it for one Ferrari. Both Ferraris are now done. A disappointing result.
Jay Prentice is coming round through sector 2 now with his brother L Prentice. Oh no, it's not L Prentice. It must be a Red Bull ahead. I think we've got a.
It is a Red Bull.
Yeah.
Which means it's Camping Ducks ahead.
Yeah.
3/10 up on his time, which would put him just about inside the top 4.
Here he comes down the finish line, and it is P5.
Just lost some time in sector 3 there. Jay Prentice crosses the line, goes P12. What about his brother? 5/10 up on that time through sector 2. And I don't think the mediums were what you were looking for, my friend.
Yeah.
As there's a backwards Alpha Tauri, and that is Hasmania. But I'm not sure if he's going to mind that.
I think we'll let's check flags out now. So
Marina Rat is finished.
Yeah.
Not Rapid finished.
Danny Boy's not doing a competitive lap. So I think
so that's it.
Done. Yeah.
So Hasmania is definitely not going to mind that.
Yeah. Well, so Marina didn't get it in the end, but very close. But Hasmania is your pole sitter for today's race, although some people are retiring now from the session. I think we've got everyone. Check a flag. Yeah, Marina's on pole. Hasmania's on pole. Marina P2, Black's P3, the reserve McLaren driver, not Rapid P4. That's going to be a very interesting front row, and this race is going to be crazy. Overtaking really is one place down the DRS straight. So we'll see how it goes. There must be someone who's still racing.
My sentences is getting away from me. All of my sentences are getting away from me. I'm like fully ready to say something, and then it's gone.
Sorry, mate.
Oh, what an absolute nightmare. Anyway.
So there we go. Has on pole, 1/10 clear in the end of Marina. Black's P3, not Rapid P4. Remen, Skepper, Camping Ducks on row 3. Spud in the end costed him, getting an accident. The only one to get an accident, thanks to he blames his engineer for. That means he is P7, Rackvan 8th, Hilly 9th, Wizard 10th. Then you've got Phantom 11th, Jay Prentice in 12th, Pipe Tech in 13th. Austin down in P14, and he's got a lot to carry to get back up. Down in P15, Danny Boy, Catcher Silver, El Prentice, Strun, and Max. Zjern. So, what was he? What do we pronounce him as? It's Jern, in it, or
I just call him JRN.
JRN, yeah. No, Matty was saying it was something. He was calling it, but yeah. I'll think of something when I'll think of something. JRN sounds pretty good, to be fair. JR. So yeah, we have got, again, light cloud conditions for the race. Unfortunately, there is not going to be any variables on that front, which, for the drivers, they will love that, because it means they've not had to sort of change their setup to sort of work for a different condition. Yeah, no variables apart from potential safety cars, which, as we mentioned at the beginning of the show, it is high chance, at least having one.
Well, we did see a few crashes in qualifying, so safety cars definitely a possibility.
Yeah, absolutely. So
there's Marina Rat revs the car up, pulling away.
Yeah, as we start our formation lap, so predictions. I'm going to go for my top 3 prediction. Haz has been doing very well recently. I think it's going to be either Haz or Marina getting this, judging on the pace. So I'm going to go with Haz, Marina, but my P3... I'll probably go P3 with... It's going to be either Camping Ducks or Spud. I'm going to go Camping Ducks P3.
Yeah, don't jinx Spud.
Yeah, I'm not going to jinx him. Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. Good one.
Meanwhile, I'm not making any predictions because I will just kill people.
Mate, I am known for it as... I still do it. Thomas and me, we do it because we don't believe in that, really. And, it's a prediction. It's just a simple prediction. But I get what you mean. You do
it's going to be Haz
like
P1, Rapid P2, and Ducks P3.
Oh, no. Why did you do that?
Leading the way for Marina Rat to actually win the race.
Yeah.
And bring home the 25 points for the mighty green team.
Oh, yes, of course.
The lean, mean green machine.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of the Aston. I'm a very big fan of the Aston.
And that is not biased at all.
Yeah, I'm about to say I'm going to plug myself, which you'll see me in tomorrow evening at 9 AM for EU2. But anyway, this is
9 AM?
Sorry, 9 PM, sorry. 9 PM.
I was going to say, I'm not watching that.
Anyway, yeah. We've got the race, we've got the cars lined up here. Let's get a better camera angle. As always, tradition here. There we go. 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights, and we're away in Hungary for EU3. Haz gets not a great start. Marina is already alongside him. Both are going to be using the ERS, but Marina has that inside line, and he's able to still run through the outside. Hasmania's got it for now, ahead of Marina in P2. P3, always a few cars tangling. Remen and not Rapid. And the Red Bull of Camping Ducks getting down the inside of Rapid into P5.
Rackfan as well.
Yeah, Rackfan is P6, looking further behind as well. Everyone seems to have gone through it's all neat and safe and tidy so far.
Wizard maybe looking for a run on Phantom into the chicane. Sticks his nose up the inside, but nothing doing for the Red Bull.
Yeah, Ferrari's tangling around each other as well. They're fighting Cacho, Silver and Dan. Yeah, that's not going to help so early in the strategy. Austin Aston. So Austin, P10. Austin's made 4 places already. He's ahead off the Wizard. But the Wizard's having to defend from the Alpha as well. So on the inside, good scrap in the midfield. The Alpine's having a look down the inside. But the way this circuit always goes, there's always a right following a left and vice versa. And that's what helps the Wizard hold that place for now in P11. But Austin gets a great start. If he's got the race pace, that's exactly what he needed now, getting up into P10.
Yeah, and it seems to be as you were after turn 1. Spud was looking at Not Rapid through the final sector there, didn't manage to get a move done, but he was quite close. Through, I don't know the turn number, if you give me a moment. Rakvan runs wide in the dirty air of Camping Ducks. And yeah, Rem and Scapper just falling out of that 1 second window. So it's looking like we're going to have 2 very, very different trains going forward in this race. Phantom barely holding on to that 1 second. But other than that, it's all the way back to Cacho Silver in P17. So it's going to be a long, long old race.
Yeah, absolutely. By the way, tyres for today. Obviously, JR has pitted already. But the rest of the guys have yet to pit. So we have got a couple of drivers on hards. Dan and Max. And then the rest of that sort of midfield, or the rest of the half of that midfield are on medium. So you've got Phantom and Austin, the top leading medium runners. Obviously the top 10 had to start on the soft tyres they used in qualifying. And Hilly and Wizard actually lost out massively in that P12 and P13 there.
And Spud actually got Not Rapid there. And Not Rapid was able to come back at him down into turn 2. So this battle carrying on could see them both drop out of DRS range if they're not careful.
Because this will be the first time around that DRS is activated. So Tasmania is under threat as well. He's currently 8/10 up the road, so he's probably alright down this straight. But this is going to help Marina be able to save ERS. I think it's crucial for Haz. He really should maybe been a bit aggressive to try and get out of that DRS. But unfortunately, he's just within it. So Marina will get the DRS back on him.
Absolutely. Spud is going to look up the inside of Not Rapid into turn 1. Keeps it tight. There was a bit of argy-bargy there, but it's looking like he's going to be able to.
Camping Ducks on the inside, and he takes it. So Camping's up into P4 ahead of Remon, and right behind him is Rakvan as well. Rakvan's lining up, but it's this section now of the track. You just can't overtake. You know, it's so narrow. It's tight and twisty. This is the section of the track which has that street circuit feel to it. You just got to follow the other opponent, unfortunately, at this point. But yeah, Remon is struggling. He's slowing down as the Wizards. Oh, we lost connection with the Wizard. So, fortunately, he can get back in. That's unfortunate. But yeah, it's a real good battle here with this Remon train. But Remon's still keeping in within a second, so he's going to be able to actually catch back up to Camping Ducks down this straight, and also, meanwhile,
and Spud's up the inside of Rakvan in the last corner. Rakvan just got washed out wide, and Spud looked to take advantage, but nothing doing for the McLaren. They all get stacked up a bit into turn 1. Spud losing the back end slightly. But it's going to be as you were for that battle.
Oh, he's hit the back of Rakvan, and he spun it. Oh, he's going to regret that. That was, yeah, he's going to feel that was a bit clumsy. He he just got caught out and hit the back of Remon.
And there's no visual damage on the car, but for all we know, he could be struggling.
Yeah, it was very light impact. I didn't see wing come off, but he'll only know. But yeah, it's unfortunate. His rear's going to be overheated now, so he's got to be careful. And even worse, he's around people that are on a different strategy to him, as Marina runs very wide in the right-hand turn. But yeah, he's around people that are going to be on the better tyre in the second half of the race, so he's going to really struggle now without safety car interventions to get good positions in this race now. But we'll see. It's still very long. It's only lap 6 now of 35. There's a lot of laps, a lot of this race still to go very early on. The soft runners are going to now start to hurt. They're going to be quite, the wear rate is very high on the soft, and there are a couple of people now pitting. Spud is one of them, and so too is Not Rapid.
Yeah, not really a surprise to see Spud pitting out of that. He was in a bit of a tough situation with those overheating rear tyres, so probably bolted on a fresh set, the best thing he could possibly have done at this point in the race. Seems to have the pace on Marina, but it's looking like it's possibly only DRS that's keeping Marina out in this battle.
Yeah.
But we shall see as the race unfolds. At least one pit stop to go still, so...
Exactly. Yeah, so Wizard's back in now, so that's good to know. And he didn't lose too much time, but he is down in P15, so it is obviously worse than where he was earlier on. But looking elsewhere, so Spud's down P19. Oh, and Spud's already spun it again. Yeah, I just caught that, unfortunately. Marina, though, is now at the back of Hasmania, so maybe the wear rate on that Alpha Tauri is a little bit more than the Aston Martin, and it's now paying dividends for Marina. He's half a second, he's in there.
He's just gaining slowly.
And even Blacks, he's holding on to this too. So these three have left the rest of them to it. So we got a 3-car battle currently, so exciting times in this race. Strategy, I feel, is going to play a crucial role. If there is no safety car, strategy and when you pit for your one and only stop is really going to make a difference.
Absolutely.
I think we're in
Absolutely,
the
it can.
We are in the pit window now for the softs to change.
And there's the first penalty of the race.
Yeah.
Has and Marina staying out, so is Blacks.
Yeah.
I think everyone's going to stay out. No, Remon comes in.
Wow.
It was a late call to come in from the Alpha Tower. Oh, sorry, the Haas. And he speeds into the pit lane for the trouble.
Unfortunate.
Wizard in as well. Yeah, Matt said the only saving grace for Spud is that he might be able to get some time back whilst these guys are at the train. I agree with you on that one, Matt. However, I also agree with you on the fact that it would help if he could stop spinning the car. That would be nice. Keep the car in a straight line. I think he pitted again, maybe. No, he didn't. Never mind.
Right, let's see. So it has actually been able to pull away a little bit on this lap. It's 0.8 of a second between himself and Marina. But Blacks, if anything, is the one that's closer following the Aston Martin, and seems actually out of the three of them, I think is the quickest now at this stage.
Yeah, Blacks has maybe just been waiting a little bit. Marina's got, they're both staying out again, so.
And I guess Camping Ducks, the medium runners are coming forward now. Those softs are definitely off the pace, and Camping Ducks is under pressure from Phantom here. Surely the medium runner now is going to get the move. No. Oh, he runs. I don't know why he went. He should have gone down the inside. Had to take avoiding action. Almost goes into the back of the Red Bull. Meanwhile, you've got another battle with the Alpine of Danny and Austin. Austin still in the hunt for good points here today. Had a really good start. P7 currently.
He's burning his ERS down that little straight there, and I don't know why. You're not going to be able to make a move. Austin just...
Oh, he's making a move here, though. He's down the inside. They're still
using all the track.
Terrible camera. But Danny Boy still stays ahead. Great battle in between the two.
All the track through that chicane. And is this going to be... Blacks has dropped out of the 1 second window.
Oh, and Austin's down the inside. It was, it's a desperate move. And he spun it round. That's a shame for
And
Austin.
Haz is into the pits, and he nearly runs into the pit entry wall.
Oh.
Marina and Blacks carry on. And Hillian as well.
Yeah, so in the end, our race leader, he's gone on hards. He's gone straight to the hard tyre.
Has Austin spun it again? No. Yeah, he must have. Out of the last corner. I was going to suggest that maybe Austin could have been holding Hasmania up, but he must have spun it out of the last corner.
Wait, no, but he already did spin it beforehand. I don't think he spun it on the last corner.
He was going slowly down the main straight.
I don't know.
Who knows?
Who knows?
Lap 10 of this race then.
Yeah.
Marina at the leader. Yet to pit. Could we see it this lap?
I think it's getting close because those softs, unless they're trying to stretch it to the medium tyre. No, I think. Oh, look at that! It looked like Marina was going to
late decision.
Pit. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think maybe what these guys are going to try and do is stretch it, but I don't. The mediums. The thing is, the mediums are pretty much done by. You can do about 20 laps on the medium, 22. So I suppose if you can get to around lap 13, lap 14, you could then go on to the mediums in theory. Maybe that's what they're trying to do. Or they're just trying to make the hards be as fresh as possible. Because they are getting hauled in now by the medium runners. As Phantom and Danny Boy are having a little look as well. Spud's the fastest man on the track. Nice one, Spud.
Yeah, on those used mediums as well.
Yeah. But Phantom and Danny Boy, they're on old mediums as well, to be fair.
So, I mean, surely it has to be this lap. If not, I think he's extending too far.
Well, not necessarily, because if they're able to extend and go onto the medium, they're going to be quick in the second half of that race. If it's if it's just for hards, which Marina does pit, Blacks is not. Is Blacks not
Blacks
pitting?
is in behind him.
Okay. So I guess this is going to be. Is this going to be is this going to be a medium or is this going to be a hard tyre?
This should still be hard. It's mediums for Blacks.
It's mediums. Yeah, you're right.
Mediums for both of them.
Yeah, there you go. I thought, well, that's the only because I was just thinking. If they're just going on the hards, it doesn't make sense going this deep because, yeah, okay, you have fresher hards, but it's not the same advantage of that as it is on the softer tyre. So it could only be that they were trying to extend it so they can now be on the medium tyre. It's long, but it's doable. I mean, it is lap 12. I was thinking lap 13, so they're stretching it, and also it's clever in that if there's a safety car later on, which there could be one now.
There could be a safety car right now, and there is in fact a safety car right now. So right on cue, Cacho Silva in the Ferrari.
Yeah, and this
works. You would feel disadvantages Marina and Blacks, no?
It will
if
do,
they'd have gone one lap later.
Yeah, that will, won't it? Yeah, the guys ahead now. The only thing is, the guys who are on mediums, they can pit to go on hards now. I mean, that's the only, because they would have. Some of these medium guys may want to extend and go soft at the end, but if they want to use their free pit stop now, you do it. Which some of them they are now, yeah, and they're gonna have to put the hards on. And there you go, yeah. So it's going to be a very fascinating strategy now, in that all these runners are putting on the hard tyre. And, you know, obviously if there's a safety car later in this race, then they can go back onto a fresher tyre maybe. But Dan is past. Hasmania has still got through. So because Hasmania pitted earlier, he's got through. But look at this. Look how far back Marina's going to be. Marina's in P8 and Black's is P9. Now, admittedly, some of these people have not pitted, but oh yeah. Let's see what that's all about.
Not sure what happened back there. Must have been on. No, it can't have been on the pit exit. I have no idea what happened there.
Yeah.
Because Hilly has now lost the position to not rapid. And he's that far back down the road, so... Interesting, very interesting. It's always one of the worst tracks for me under a safety car, this, because you all get stacked up in the chicane. But while there is a safety car, I'm going to take this opportunity to get a drink, because my throat is drying up. I will be right back.
This safety car is sponsored by Blades Drink. Right, so lap 13 of 35. So we're going to have a couple of laps under the safety car to basically neutralise this race. We got Dan currently in P1, yet to stop. So if you're new to this, obviously you have to do at least, you have to change a compound of tyre at least once. You can't do the same, you can't do the whole race on the same compound of tyre. So Dan at the moment is on the hards, looking to do a long first stint and then to go soft at the end. He won't pit for a long, quite a few laps to go still, probably another 11-12 laps, maybe more. But the guys behind, you got Hasmania, who pitted early, our pole sitter and race leader early on, has benefited because he is effectively the leader of the guys who have pitted so far. And everyone around him is on the same compounded tyre, albeit only 3 laps fresher. Then you got Max, yet to stop. Phantom, he is the next guy up. The fresh tyres for him. Rackfan in P5, older tyres. Danny Boy fresh hards in P6. And then you've got the guys, the Marina and Blacks, who are P2 and P3, pitted. Oh! Hasmania runs wide. But he's able to not lose any places. Marina is P7 and P8, and they're the interesting ones because those guys are on the medium tyre, so they are going to be quicker. And this medium tyre is new, just as new, if not newer, than some of the guys on hard tyres. So those guys are going to be trying to get through this field. And then you got J Prentice P9, Camping Ducks P10, Pipe Tech, L Prentice, Wizard. They're all joined up. But yeah, everyone in the bottom half of this field have just pitted, which makes sense. Free pit stop, get some clean tyres on, and safety car is coming in at the end of this lap.
Well, I've timed that one fairly well.
You did indeed, my friend.
Should we get ready to go racing once again at the Hungary?
Yeah. Near Budapest.
And he doesn't get to hear this a lot, but Danny's got the lead of the safety car, so...
Yeah. Go on, lad. He got a podium last week, and it's not a greatest restarts at all, in fact. Hasmania already lining him up here. Braking late for the AlphaTauri. Round the outside, Dan's going to give him the room. Fair play.
Oh, and there he goes into the wall.
That's going to be another safety car, surely.
And that is a Ferrari
impact.
front wing sent cartwheeling across the track.
Oh, he's going to be gutted with that. What a shame for Dan. Did so well last week. But yeah, those hards struggling, I'm guessing, to get up to temperature. I'm guessing he just lost under traction. But yeah, no safety car. Or even a VSC.
Well, they're all past it.
Yeah.
That's the thing, you're less likely to get a safety car because you're all bunched up.
And this
so
is
once
perfect.
Everyone gets past it.
Yeah, that's it. But it's perfect for Hasmania getting past because he's got Max's guard. Even Max has let him through. But I say they're both Mercedes drivers. Max has let Phantom through now. As we've got another yellow. I can't see who it is. It's all clear. But yeah, so Phantom now able to go ahead. And Max will try and defend for Rackvan. Max, the only driver left now then, because of Dan's retirement, who's yet to pit in this race. So he's on the tyres he started the race on.
Where was Marina at?
Oh, the Alfa Romeo of Rackvan spun. He clipped the back off Max. And he's now at the back of the field. Just like that again. It's just these little moments. Getting too close to your opponent, and in a corner, if you hit someone wrong ahead of you, it just turns the rear axle before you have any chance to correct it. It's a realistic thing that happens. You've got to be very careful when you're going into a corner. You're putting all the load on the front end. Your rear is going to be light. If you make contact with someone, you're likely to spin around. As we've got another yellow. Oh, it's a Red Bull, I think.
That's the Red Bull of Wizard, yeah. That's a VSC.
Oh.
It was a bad time for me to ask about Marina because there's a crash going on. But yeah, Marina, I think, has dropped through the field since the restart. If I'm not mistaken.
No, Marina's
Unless he
P15.
pitted while I was away.
No.
Yeah.
Must have had an accident, must have spun around or something. Or maybe we're involved with the Wizard. Yeah, because he's back down there.
He lost a few positions.
Yeah, because Black's done really well. Black's is P5. Black's has been able to make the most of these medium tyres and get up the field because he was P9. And yeah, Marina was P8. But Marina's now P15, so he's got a lot of work to do. As we should be going green again very shortly.
Yep, there we go. And what a restart that is from the AlphaTauri.
Yeah. Good battles though for P3, 4, 5 and 6. Even 7. That Mercedes of Max is a mobile chicane right now. And it's holding him up, and Blacks is obviously very keen on getting through because he has the grippy tyre, the medium. And Danny Boy's got a good lineup here on Max. He's on the inside. We're on board with the McLaren of Blacks. Danny Boy's in the inside, but now Max is the inside line. Oh, Danny Boy goes aggressive. Oh, somehow great save by Max. But he did lose the place, and he's now lost another place to the McLaren. So Danny Boy.
And he's now opening himself up to an attack from Jay Prentice.
Yep.
DRS switched on
look at
with
Blacks.
the newer tyres. It's looking very easy.
DRS down the inside of Danny Boy. And he is through as well. Oh, Danny Boy spins.
And there goes Danny Boy.
Loses the back end, another one that loses it. No damage, but he's out of it, basically, contention.
And Dux is past Max as well, so Max dropping through the field on those older tyres.
Yeah, that's it. And the problem is when you're getting overtaken, it's putting you out of sequence, out of your sync, and getting the momentum back and just getting into a groove. It's so important when you're in a race to get in a groove of repetition, and if you go out off that, it takes a few seconds. It just messes you up, basically. We got another yellow. I don't know what that was. I think it might have been the Aston of maybe Marina. But yeah,
The Aston of Marina, it could have been the Alpha Tower, it could have been anyone. Marina's a losing time to Rakvan though, so I would say it's probably the Aston. And there's maybe a bit of green front wing on the floor.
Yeah, somewhere
down
here.
At the chicane.
Black's fastest lap. He means
he's
business.
Charging.
1.5 seconds behind.
He's gonna have a lot to do. Just needs to be within 3 seconds as it stands of Marina. Of Haz, sorry, for the win.
Yeah.
That's me with the wishful thinking. Spud gets past Austin. They're battling in the midfield. Down towards turn 4. Don't get it done there, boys. Oh, and there goes Austin. Yeah, I knew it was a bad idea. Austin and Spud battling through turn 4.
Yeah, he's had a very... It's just an off day for Austin, unfortunately. He's been... I think it's by far his worst race this season. Just did have the pace and quality, and just a few moves. They just seemed a bit not as clinical as they were in the previous race. But you have them. It's one of those. It's one of the days. Like sometimes you just have an off day, and you just move on to the next race. You can still get points in this race if there's more drama later on. It's definitely not over. This league, you never can count yourself out. There's always an opportunity.
And that's Spud into the pit, so probably damage from that battle with Austin.
Yeah, there's a wing.
Austin carrying on.
Oh,
and that's camping ducks out at turn 1, and that's going to be a safety car.
Oh, saved. The McLaren is saved, and there we go. I say about opportunities, you get a safety car, it brings you right back into the game. So Not Rapid and Spud are going to be fine. They're going to be back in. You've got Remen, Wizard, Marina's like people that have had to pit again. They're going to be able to have a second chance. Now,
I'd love if we had TAS for this, because I'm just on board with Blacks and I can hear him revving his engine out.
Yeah.
So I'd like to know what sort of fuel load he's carrying.
Yeah. Well, this is the thing now. If you're these guys, do you put mediums on? I mean, it makes sense. There's still plenty of laps left. The thing is, the guys like Blacks who are already on mediums, I don't know what you do, but if you're on a hard, do you pit? If Haz is not going to pit, he can stay out.
I would absolutely.
He wants to keep track position.
Whoa, Phantom and Blacks almost swapping positions there on the track.
Pipe Tech
Blacks
pits.
went from inside to outside and Phantom the other way. So Blacks carrying on. Interesting call from the McLaren.
Max pits as well. And Phantom's going on softs. That's way too early.
Blade, well, you never know. Fresh soft. You got another couple of laps of this safety car to go.
Yeah, but it's doable. I don't know. I just
it's
don't know. It's
doable. The pace at the end's questionable. But
yeah, that's it. It'd be very good initially, but it's still. There was sort of. I mean, there's still 15 laps to go. No one did 15 laps on the softs. I know the car's lighter, but it's still 15 laps. I feel like they're going to really struggle. Granted, say there's going to be at least another lap, isn't there, behind the safety car because of how the field is spread. So we're going to start again at the beginning of lap 23. That's my estimation anyway. We're going to restart lap 23. So hard laps are effectively 13. It's doable, but they are going to struggle towards the end.
Absolutely. And I think staying out on the hards was probably the right call.
Track position is always... I get it. Track position is key.
In terms of Blacks on the mediums, I don't know about that one, Chief. But the hards, I think, definitely take track position, run. Because it's that hard to overtake. So
yeah, I agree.
Blaze has said, how have the Prentice brothers got P3 and P4? I've just noticed that, and I have no idea either.
They've been able to do it. They pitted at the perfect time at the previous safety car, and they haven't pitted this time. So they've just quietly been doing their business. And yeah, they're in that great position now. Has now is under threat because you've got guys behind him, again, right up behind him on fresher tyres. Particularly Blacks. Blacks is still going to have a pace advantage on those mediums, you'd like to think. So it's going to be interesting. The Williams cars both must pit at the same time. Both 8-lap old hards. And then Healy P5. Look at Austin now P6. Although he does have penalties. Oh, Phantom gets 5 seconds now. For contact with Austin.
Well, that's going to damage his charge back on those softs. Yeah, Hilly was P14 not long ago, but you know, 10 laps is a long time, Blaze, so...
So we're getting back. Lap 23, so 13 to go, this time, by the time they cross the line. So a lot of laps, a lot of things can happen in this race as we enter the final third very shortly. Great restart from Blacks. Blacks has got a good run on Hasmania. Oh, and Phantom's retired. Oh,
yeah,
McLaren
just compounding his misery for Phantom with a 5-second speeding penalty as well. So he came in to serve his penalty.
Oh, McLaren's down the inside of Hasmania. Sorry, Blades.
No worries. No, you commentate.
They almost collide again. They're side by side going up to turn 4. The McLaren backs out. Smart, but has to run wide, and has got a penalty already. So that's the difference between the two. But great fighting already. Black's got really a lot of grip still, and is a challenge, and he got a really good jump on the Prentice brothers. They're second down already in P3 and P4 respectively. Oh, we got an Alpha. That's JRN
at the back.
He's been able to get going. So.
Wizard and Ramon switching places into sector 3.
We got someone off. I think it's Rackvan. Yeah,
it's Rackvan, yeah.
Oh, and he's lost it again.
And Hasmania is all the way over to the pit wall in defence of the McLaren.
Yeah. Still holds on.
No DRS, making it a lot harder than obviously it would be.
Yeah, agreed. Oh,
tyre advantage. It's an Alpha, it's Hilly. So both the Alphas having incidents within about a minute of each other, and that's Rackvan retired in the pits.
Yeah, a lot of people dropping out at the restart of this one.
And Black is getting closer to Hasmania this time, so maybe down the main straight it could be over for Has.
Yeah, could well be.
Not going to have DRS this time round. I think it's going to be next time. So
final turn. DRS, yeah, like you say, it'll be activated. There we go. It won't be activated for this straight this time round. But yeah, Black's definitely close enough.
100% close enough once the DRS comes into play. can just hear the roar of the other engines as I sat on board with Blacks there. As Austin's getting very close to El Prentice now. Will have DRS from his brother when they come round. But Austin getting very close, possibly going to look. Stays behind for now, but he might look up the inside. Down into Sector 3.
Yeah, meanwhile, looking at the only soft runner in the field, Pike Tech P6. He is right on the back of Austin right now, so it'll be interesting to see how his race develops. But yeah, in the front, Blacks, this is his chance, I think. Half a second gap. And the DRS, double DRS now.
Maybe a bit deep into that corner, and that's going to allow Haz to keep the lead for another lap.
Yeah.
Blacks knows at this point in time, all he has to do is sit there, and he's going to take the win in this race. Austin getting closer and closer to El Prentice. He's using his ERS down that little straight there. Yeah. And we saw what happened with Spud.
Oh, that has had a little moment there in the chicane.
Oh.
And Black's now all over the back of him. So tricky to follow around this section. Does it very well.
So will it be this time?
He's
for
closer.
the McLaren?
He's definitely closer.
He's a lot closer. He's going to follow Haz this time.
Here he goes, down the inside. Haz trying to follow around the outside though. He gives him that room, to be fair. He will still have DRS. He's going to try and get through down the inside. The Alfa Romeo breaks late, but it's a McLaren
one more
the outside.
valiant defence.
He's done it, but the Alfa... Oh, there's a bit of contact. Haz mainly backs out because he was like, no, it's not intentional. We know it's not intentional. Oh, but he runs wide. The McLaren, it's not over yet. Oh, don't hit that curve. So close to that curve. Oh, they almost make contact again. Oh, they do make contact, but the McLaren gets ahead finally. What a few corners there from those two. Real good racing.
Hard racing, classic racing from the McLaren and the Alpha Tauri. Back end steps out a bit for Haz, but needs to stick with Blacks now.
Yeah, that's it. And the thing is, he's close enough to fight back. As we get a yellow in sector 2.
Wizard. Still time, safety. And there is another safety car. And Haz just past the pits. And that both Prentices stay out, and everyone stays out.
No, but Max doesn't. Yeah, El Prentice was tempted, but he'd already missed the entry, so he knew he would have got a penalty. Oh, Max gets a penalty for speeding, though. Yeah, and yeah, not many people have pitted. Hilly has pitted. So there will be... Those guys are going to be hot at the back in this restart, which will most probably be lap 30 then we'll get back going. We might get in it. Actually, to be fair, we might even, if we're lucky enough, be able to restart at the end of this lap. But if not, it will be lap 30 that we get going again. But this is, to me, I think this helps Blacks because those mediums again can have a little bit of a break. Not get worn out so much. So for Blacks, this this is brilliant. Another few laps of being under a slow pace.
Oh, and JRM gets on rolling curb.
Oh,
I was just waiting to switch back to the front runners, and JRN gets on rolling curb and swings the car round.
Yeah, so we will definitely have another lap. So we'll be at lap 30. Hopefully we should be back and running. So, how is this going to pan out? You got blacks and the mediums. Everyone else around is on the hard. Austin's the only other driver on with mediums in P5. And Spud's
I would like
mediums.
to say
Spud. I think Spud looks good.
I would like to say Spud is looking good, and so is so are the Prentice brothers for this. Spud just needs to stay within 5 seconds of Austin, and he'll pick up a position on a 3-stop race. I do like blacks for the win.
Yeah, I do. I think his speed has been really good, and the fact I think he's on the better tyre strategy now with those mediums, especially the 2 safety cars since that stop. That's been able to save him, potentially 4 laps as goes onto the grass. Weirdly, but yeah, he's basically done 4 laps saved of just going slowly in this 16 laps that he's done. But here we go then. Waiting for, and I think he's gone for it. Cleverly goes deep into the entry at the final corner so he can get a very good exit. And he's already made massive grounds, 8 tenths ahead of Hasmania. So a great restart by the McLaren driver. Meanwhile, the battle really is, we're going to look at this Austin and Spud. Because those guys are on faster mediums. Those hards are going to struggle to get up to temperature initially. And Austin having a look. Oh, he's going to try and get the cut back.
Not quite enough power in that Aston.
Yeah, he's
looking.
Right at the back.
He's using the ARS down that straight. Oh, and obviously personal preference, but it's not something I'd be doing.
Yeah.
They all make it through the chicane.
Yeah,
sweep round.
This is why you should never give up. I was saying, Austin, after his spin outside the points, back one of his worst races, but he'll, still do it, and there could still be a chance of points. But there's actually a better chance of points. You can potentially get a podium here still, amazingly.
Absolutely, and Spud as well.
Yeah.
Spud was at the back as well.
We've got an
and there goes Danny Boy off. Austin's going to look maybe on Luke, but nothing doing for the Aston.
Oh, it's the back of the Williams.
Oh, he loses the back end.
It's Spud versus Austin.
And these are going at it for a second time.
Yeah.
And Spud, not quite enough for the McLaren.
Yeah.
Nosy just has to... Oh, Austin gets a snap of oversteer.
He survives for now. Right on the edge is Austin.
And I've got to say that is the best catch I've ever seen. Because that was something else.
Yeah, it's high speed, it's very tricky to
sideways through turn 4 there.
Yeah, I'm guessing he's got a wheel, because I don't think he could have saved that if he had a pad. I think so fair play by Austin. He lives to fight another day. today is P4 with El Prentice. He's got Spud raining down. Spud has got those 7-lap fresher mediums, so he's probably full of pace right now. Aston Martin's having a little sniff.
Spud's back end stepping out as he chases down Austin, but Austin's going to look round the outside of Luke, tries to get the switchback.
Yeah.
It's a shame Thomas isn't here.
Oh,
Is that a Haas? That's Pipe Tech.
Yeah, unfortunately. Yeah, it's a real shame.
And Spud is just sitting back and letting these two battle. He's a lot closer now than he was.
Yeah.
But Jay Prentice losing some time to his brother now. Danny Boy gets a 5-second penalty for ignoring yellow flags. Be interesting to see what's thought about that post-race.
Yeah, exactly.
As Austin picks up another penalty, so now 8 seconds the margin for Spud. Oh, and Austin's gone!
Yeah.
Into the wall.
Again, he had a chance. But that is his. Surely now, with only a few laps to go, we've got 4 laps left now. Yeah, it's surely over. It's a critical stage though now. The hard tyre on Haas should be now becoming the better tyre soon.
Dives down the inside of Luke. Luke off the track. Spud's gonna keep that position for now. But I don't think Luke's going to mind because he hasn't got any penalties to think about.
Yeah, Luke's side by side with Not Rapid.
Oh, Not Rapid. That's some save as well.
Yeah. Awesome, and he's looking down the inside. Oh, that was a wild move to make at that point. I get why he's doing it because he's on the soft tyre. And he's
got places to make.
Oh, they're battling still. Oh, this could be nasty.
Oh, and there goes Luke.
Yeah, I think that just got tempers there. And unfortunately,
always going to happen. Tempers flaring, and
it's because these soft runners are charging through now. Marina's got overtaken. We could still have these soft runners getting P3 here. We're coming up to 2 laps to go.
Rapid with those 3 seconds. It's going to be a tough task, a tall order, some would say.
Oh, he's backing out as well. I thought he was, so he's not. He's just gone down the inside.
And Luke, not happy, and I don't blame him. Not one bit.
Black's been able to pull away. 2.4 is the gap. So I think he's got that covered now. Black's P1.
I can tell you, Fembots, that Blacks has 2 warnings and he hasn't picked another one up since lap 3. So
it's P3, even though the penalty's included. Unfortunately, won't make a difference, but Spud's doing well here.
Yeah, and he's in the gearbox, you would say, of Jay Prentice. And if I was Jay Prentice, I'm just gonna, take my beating here, let Spud go, and stick behind him, claim the penalty. I understand wanting to do it on track, but as Spud dives up the inside, keeps it clean. He's going to have DRS down towards turn 2, so move looks to be done for Spud. It's going to be P3 on the track.
And Hilly's through on Marina. Marina must have had a moment because Marina actually looked pretty close to Not Rapid. But then Hilly, with those softs, he's got through as well. So the softs have, to be fair, already lost their massive advantages. They're only 6 laps old. And those softs aren't really catching at the same speed as they were, obviously, when they were brand new. As we are on the final lap, it's best that we go back to our race leader. Blacks is dominating this. Oh, we got a yellow. It's now from Alpine off. But it's a win.
Danny Boy off.
It's Blacks. It's P1 for him. Hasmania in P2. Spud on penalties. He's pulled away massively against Jay Prentice, but that will be Jay Prentice's podium. Ahead of Hilly in the end, getting P4. Spud P5. Max P6. Good drive from him. Not Rapid P7. Marina in P8. So Rapid lost a few places right at the end there. And JRN P9. Pipe Tech P10. Remon P11. And unfortunately for Austin, it's going to be Neil Poir for him.
Neil Poir, but the fastest lap, so who's the real winner?
He's the real MVP. And then Marini got 20-second penalty there at the end for ignoring yellow flags. I don't think you can do that to apply that after a race.
I think there'll be an appeal there.
Yeah, I think so too. Podium celebrations. It's the McLaren in P1. Lovely stuff there. McLaren P1, AlphaTauri P2, and Williams P3. You got Has almost getting the pole position and race victory double, but he'll have to settle for P2. Blacks, fair play to him. Started P3, very good on the tyres and the softs, and having that medium strategy paid off handsomely, going for the medium tyre rather than the hard. Jay Prentice did well though, P12 to P3. Hilly, good recovery, P4 for him. Spud as well, P5. And Max, P20, and ends up finishing P6. Ahead of Not Rapid, JRN, Pipe Tech, Remon Skepper. And then you've got Marine, unfortunately him big disappointment, P11 in the end. Started P2. Austin just didn't have a great weekend here, P14. Had opportunities to actually get some points today, but some of the moves were quite desperate, I felt. Trying to make things happen, and around this track you can't really dive bomb like you can at others. People have to commit, but it's just one of those things. Danny Boy P13, El Prentice 14, for Wizard 15th, and then we go to our retirements. Shrek Van Phantom, Camping Ducks, Dan, and Cacho Silva.
Well, an entertaining race, I would say, for Hungary.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
yeah, I can't get out.
Certainly very enjoyable.
Yeah. I think that. Well, do you want to do interviews?
Do you want to do interviews?
We could do. Well,
shall we?
Yeah, let's do the interviews. Let's treat these
Let's
guys.
do the interviews.
If you can send invites to 3, I'll be able to also. Actually, no, just so I can stay on the feed. If you're able to do the invites, that would be great.
Is it Blacks, Has, and Jay
Yeah,
Prentice?
that's right. Yeah. can you hear me?
Hello. I think that's everyone. Yes, it has. So, well, I will. I suppose I'll start off with you, Jack. How was that race for you? Just talk us through it. No, absolutely, absolutely. Tempers flaring on the last few laps there, but overall a good race for you. Sorry. Absolutely, absolutely. Congratulations on your P3, mate. 15 points for the team. End of the day, could have been a lot more. So, Haz. Are you here? Oh, he is here. So, P2, from first on the grid. Unfortunate for you, but... Yeah, Blacks was very quick today, so you must have felt him breathing down your neck at all times. Yeah, just making sure you cleared that window by as much as possible, I would imagine. But overall, good race, 18 points, P2. No, pole position as well, got to be a good confidence boost. Absolutely, congratulations on that P2. Blacks.
Hello?
I don't know much about you, so you'll have to inform me. But it's the first time I've seen you on the podium.
Well, yeah, it's nice to actually keep the podium this time, hopefully. Yeah, I'm pretty pleased with the race.
P3 to P1, just talk us through. You're behind, obviously, Haz and I think it was Marina at the start. Was your game plan to just sit behind and use the DRS?
Yeah, for the first stint, that kind of was the plan, and I was kind of hoping they would fit probably around 7, lap 8. That way I could get higher. Decided to do the same thing I did, and yeah, the first stint was just kind of about chilling around because the three of us didn't have any worries, so it was just kind of, protecting each other. And then when we get to medium or hard, that's where we can kind of start racing a bit. But obviously, the safety car came and kind of mixed things up a bit.
No, but you executed the strategy to perfection, though, going along on those mediums. Once Shaw has had a penalty, was it always on your mind to get past him, or were you content with sitting behind?
Well, honestly, I didn't think with that second safety car where when it came out when he had the 5-second gap, I was kind of thinking this may be a little tough, but I thought I would at least give it a shot because, I'm a reserve, and so why not? But I thought it was going to be very, very tough because he was really quick on the hards. I was surprised how quick he was because he was super, super good off the corner, which I was trying my hardest, but I just had so much understeer. So, yeah, and then I saw people started spinning and crashing, so then I knew I had to get by him because I still didn't want him to be in front of me just in case the other safety car came out. So, and, he raced hard but fair. I mean, even if we crashed, I wouldn't be mad about it. It's hard racing. You're going for the win. Those things happen, but, luckily we protected each other and went on for a 1-2. So, battle to him.
Absolutely, and some very valuable championship points for McLaren. Picking up, I think it would be, 35 points between you?
Yeah, I think
so,
team got 5, so yeah, I think that's good.
Gaining on Alfa Romeo and Aston Martin in the Constructors. So congratulations on the win, and hope to see you round here a lot more.
Thank you.
So I believe that is going to be it for the stream.
Absolutely.
If Lewis is here, there he is.
I'm here.
I shall let you do the outro.
Yeah,
as you
thank
did
you
the
very
intro.
much. Brilliant. Brilliant interviews. Congratulations to everyone, including top 3. Absolutely brilliant result for you guys. Thank you very much for watching today's stream. It's been a bit of a unique one with the different format of me and Blades, but it's been a pleasure, Blades, having you back. It's been a while, and thanks very much for helping me out, and hope you enjoyed it. As for me, I will be back racing tomorrow because it's EU2, but tonight there is also AM2, I believe. AM2's on tonight, or am I getting?
Yes, AM2 is on tonight.
Yeah, so AM2 is on tonight later on, but yeah, EU2 is back on tomorrow at 9 PM, not 9 AM like I originally said, and and then EU1. Is it? Yeah, it is. Yeah, I said that on the stream, mate. Yeah, I got a mortgage to pay too, mate. I'm in the same boat. I don't know why I would self-sabotage myself like that. No comment. So, yeah, EU1 later on in the week as well. But thank you very much for watching. We will continue this conversation off stream. But for you guys, you can enjoy the rest of your evening. We'll see you guys very soon. Goodbye.